Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 5, Episode 2, Who Cried a River and Drowned the Whole Multiverse.
Dun, dun,
Thank you
dun.
so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Conne, the bloody Rizzolo.
Always great to be here. I'm going to give Urgathoa a pizza my mind.
You've also, Con, you've also got foresight. Just want to let you know.
Ah, yes.
Just because she
Why that?
has glasses.
Foresight.
Oh my god.
Moving on. Shane as Umbromancer.
I am Zeviid, weird boy of the twin gods of brutality and cunning, conqueror of the labyrinth of Shimon Sek, thief of the god shadow, keeper of death's true name, friend and liberator of outcasts, monsters and undead. The Kayal know me as kin feaster, the Serenites know me as angel's bane, and in Droom I am known as curse taker. And there may yet be more names, secret names that even I know not of, and names would be so dangerous you could not know of them, and I would ask you not to reveal them, please.
This is the best thing that could have ever happened ever, because I fucking love Hello from the Magic Tavern.
Take a hero point. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No topping that. Elliot as Rhys Gildleaf, the Heartseeker.
Hey bitches, I have audio this week.
Huzzah! As
yeah,
always.
also, what would Rhys know about not topping?
Oh! Pew, 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 pew. Coming in hot this week. As always, I am Lumby Bronze Arm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra apparated upon a floating rock. Aimlessly drifting amidst the swirling mana eddies, the chaotic maelstrom flowed about them. Having been sent here by Asmodeus himself on a mission of deicide, Zeviid requested a pause. Being within the realm of Nethys, god of magic, has cut off contact with other nosier gods, such as Sarenrae or Cabriri. With a serious tone, Zeviid explained to his friends that within his staff, Memento Mori, lie a powerful potential. Being the first mortals in known history to have ever stolen the shadow of a god, an opportunity to ascend has presented itself. If Lux Et Umbra absorbed Light's void, they could become demigods. Consequences were weighed against possibilities. Could they resurrect Eshtabai, original god of death? Would he come back at full power, or even be an ally at all? Was it already too late for one member of Lux Et Umbra to absorb all of her power? After much deliberation, it was decided and a ritual began. Performing a powerful magic spell, the Shadow of Urgathoa was cleaved in twain, cleaved again, down staff drained, and absorbed again. Everything went white for a moment, until the sound of babbling water and the sweet smell of flowers brought them all to awareness once more. Lux Et Umbra stood within a lovely garden, ringed with small ponds, above which floated golden crests decorated with rare jewels. In the center floated a beautiful creature of pure, flowing magic, space, and time. Introducing itself as the maker of myths, it bade Lux Et Umbra welcome. The entity explained that the great deeds accomplished by our heroes have created a myth upon Golarion. A path lay before them all: Demi-Godhood and control of a domain. Queen Dani was first to choose. Touching the crest of the Ascendant Hierophant bathed her in light, revealing ancient secrets of Primal Magics and granting her the protection domain to her divine profile. Zeviid took a moment to consider his options, even weighing how best his comrades Rhys and Conne would benefit from the options he had. But ultimately, Zeviid placed his hand upon the Ascendant Archmage's crest, absorbing it into himself, along with the power within the Freedom domain. Next to choose was Conne the Bloody, who knew without question what to pick. Knowing exactly what the multiverse needs, she strutted up to the crest of the Ascendant Champion, greatly increasing her physical might and access to the domain of ambition. Finally, Prince Rhys felt in his heart what the right choice was, embracing the dark crest of the Ascendant Trickster. Imbuing his stealth with the elemental power to bring light to the darkest places allowed Rhys to tap into the truth domain. With this, the newly minted Demi-Gods were returned to the floating rock from whence they came. To test the waters, Zeviid attempted to reveal a very niche but very secret fact about ghouls. In the past, Zeviid had been physically incapable of revealing necromantic secrets. Cabriri forbids it. Yet Conne understood every word from an arcane point of view. Recognizing that he is truly, finally free from the thumb of Him Who Gnaws, Zeviid allowed himself a moment of celebration. The Banshee Veltel began to lead the way upon a conjured ship, which Zeviid and Rhys helmed. The swirling mana below them moved in incongruent and unintuitive ways, making navigation difficult at best. The geometry of this place was very off. Gravity seemed to matter little, and logic even less. Embracing his new twin gods of chaos, Gork and Mork, Zeviid stopped using his brain and began to pilot the ship much more effectively. Rhys scouted ahead of the ship from platform to sideways platform, from shadow to tiny shadow, emulating the stories of how the famous wizard named the Pac-Man would move. With a beseechment to the very living mana itself, Dani gained directions to shore. Through a short cave they hiked until at last Veltel rushed towards the outside light where her arms and jaw sank. The Palace of Love Eternal, realm of Nadiri, goddess of tragic lovers, lie in utter ruin. Scattered stone debris lie about everywhere. Under a massive pile of rocks, two smashed skeletons lay embracing one another until Zeviid realized they could be saved. Moving the stones aside and healing the fallen lovers, they introduced themselves as Li Mao and Yang Guifei, both servants and faithful to Nadiri. Once the skeletal lovers saw what had become of their lady's palace, they begged Lux Et Umbra for aid. Climbing the scattered ruins of the Palace of Love Eternal, Lux Et Umbra came upon a raging river composed of liquid mana, pure elemental magic. Dani called upon the occult knowledge that whispers to her, freezing a bridge of solid mana across the Rio de San Junipero. Outside the already ajar double doors, Lux Et Umbra powered up, took a deep breath, and kicked them open. Before them lay a massive hall, the walls covered floor to vaulted ceiling in the uninterred bones of dead lovers. Upon a grotesque tree-like effigy of skulls was strapped Nadiri, tears gushing from her eyes to the ground. Yet most frightening and awe-inspiring of all was the horrible, beautiful, towering visage of Urgathoa, the pallid princess, standing upon a dais, wielding the scythe of souls. Will this be the day Lux Et Umbra prove themselves true heroes of myth? Let's find out. And roll initiative, please.
Yes. Also, just to fill in what wasn't heard last week, one of the reasons for Rhys why I chose the one for the Trickster is because it felt right with him to almost do an homage to his dad and be able to do the gaslight gatekeep girl bossing in his own control after it was done to him. So it's his turn now to be able to, have that power, but know how to use it where it's actually necessary and feel like he can control it. Alongside, he can just, be forever young and fuck forever and have different identities.
Indeed. Rhys has gained control over the truth domain due to this. But what all of you see directly in front of you, there's a stairwell leading down. Conne is at the front, as she's the one who kicked open the door. You see before you rows of gibbering ghasts, teeth gnashing, claws clicking. And behind them, dozens and dozens of skeletons, all wandering the room left to right, it's almost aimlessly, but all of these creatures look at all of you as you open the door. Zeviid, you said that Conne has what, foresight? Was that the other thing?
Yes.
Let me see if I can give her that.
Could we also take a moment to establish what kind of buffs we put on ourselves?
Yes, this is the time for that, because
Okay.
I've given you the heroisms that Shane asked for. I'm doing the foresight right now. Conne, you can have like your wings out, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd like to put haste on myself and also fleet step.
Those are fine. Wow, Conne, you actually have the highest initiative of everyone here. That's very good for you because of your surprise strike. So you said haste, and what else?
Fleet step. That increases my movement
Fleet
speed.
step, yes. Fleet step. And then what level is, what was the thing you said, Shane, that you gave Conne? Foresight? There it is.
9th level foresight, 9th level
Foresight.
heroism.
Oh, wow, that increases your initiative by 2, Conne, so I'm going to call that that's a 56. I'll just change it. Jeez! Yeah, so, Conne, you are going to are there any other buffs anyone needs? Rhys,
yes.
you want to get, no, that'll be an in-combat buff. Yeah, what else, Zeviid?
So I used all my 6th level slots to give myself, Rhys, and Dani heroism as well, in case So that's +2 bonus instead of +3.
Mhm.
Am I giving Rhys anything? Rhys, do you need anything? Do you need haste?
I wouldn't say no.
Rhys gets haste.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I
where
should do
is-
my green wog to give everyone the temporary hit points. And
Yes,
I
temporary
should
hit points
activate the
and
Ascendant
extra.
Strike Stance.
You should. That one will be an in-combat thing.
Okay, you got it.
You'll have to use an action for that one.
That's fine.
So what was Rhys getting? Haste?
Yep.
Okay, so Rhys has haste. And then let me give him, it's 37. Because your WOG power does increase everyone's initiative, so I need to go back through real quick. And it gives 15 temp HP, I believe. So Rhys, you get 15 of that. Then 15. Zeviid, 15 temp HP. Your initiative is now 45. Gotta love that Gorka Mork stuff. It's real good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
49 for
now.
Dani. 50 for Wasilka. And then is that everybody except Conne? Yes. Now Conne just gets 15 temporary hit points. Good to go. I think that's everything. Yeah?
I think so.
I've got a couple things. I have Ant Hall, Long Strider. Not that you need
Yes.
to do much with
Okay.
that, but just I do have a couple
You
things.
don't need those. Then, all right, before we jump into Con's turn, you see far at the end of the hallway, strapped to a tree made of uninterred bones of the lovers from the Palace of Love Eternal, the faithful of Nadiri. Come on, open this, give me the pictures. You can see her strapped to this tree. I'm trying to share the art. Here she is. Yes. She appears to constantly be dripping wet as in life she drowned, and this is how when her apotheosis happened. So Nadiri seems to be constantly dripping, but you also see that she's weeping and weeping, just flowing tears. And I would like all of you to give me your best knowledge check publicly. So Zeviid, religion; Conne, arcana; Rhys, society. And I don't remember if I changed the DC, but it's 40.
Oh, I think I just make it. Fantasy Grounds is taking a hot second.
Yeah,
though.
it's taken a hot second. You're
I
right.
got a nat 20.
Whoa!
Jeez!
Oh, was that supposed to be in tower? Shit.
No, it was public as
Oh, okay.
called for
Then,
the public one.
Fantasy Grounds hasn't even gotten it, and I don't even know what I rolled.
Yeah, I don't know what anyone's rolled yet.
Well, I rolled a 7. Plus 33,
Right.
so I
I
hit the
did.
DC.
I did see you roll a 7. I saw that on my screen.
But you said, Zeviid, you rolled a nat 20?
Yeah, plus 35, which
Okay.
is what, 55, right?
Yes, that's good God. Okay.
It's a burden being.
Oh,
this
I'm
smart.
starting to see them coming up. I'm starting to see. I see Conne's, I see Rhys's. There we go. And there's the nat 20 for a 57 for Zeviid. Great. So, Zeviid, and Rhys, you... Actually, all three of you hit the DC of 40. That's cool. So let me do this in the order. Let's see. So Zeviid, firstly, you recognize a ritual. This is a divine ritual. With a nat 20, you can, and as a necromancer, you recognize almost immediately what she's trying to do. She's trying to use these bones to rip open, to literally grab the fabric of the dimensional walls, to rip them open, to cause portals to open. You think she is trying to get... Well, she's trying to open up portals to other dimensions, other realms, other, perhaps Golarion. You're not entirely sure where, but you can guess probably Golarion. Then let's see, Conne, Arcana. You can see that there is flowing magic around Nadiri, pure flowing mana. And not only is it sparking, but the tears flowing out of her eyes are pure mana. It's the same substance you were sailing through last session. That
Ooh.
Dani spoke with. The living. It's literally she's crying magic out of her eyes. And Rhys, this part you just barely hit the DC, and this is so new. I have it on my phone. I literally wrote this as I was on my walk earlier this morning. Hot lore. You recall when you were a child, the Goblin King walking around the palace of Shimon Sek, and he would frequently get a song stuck in his head, and he would mutter it to himself. And just in this moment, you recall it. This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. And she looks so sad in portraiture, I'll absolutely heal her, then she'll smile.
Oh man. Normally it'd be
Before
like, fuck you, but this time it's, oh. It's actually sad.
Standing before Nadiri, 20 feet tall, beautiful and hideous, black hair long and flowing, skeletal beneath the waist, wielding a scythe the size of a tree, slowly slicing flesh off of Nadiri's thigh, is Urgathoa, the Pallid Princess. Conne, you have the initiative.
All right. Conne is gonna make a dramatic entrance, even more dramatic than, Aragon pushing the doors open, because I'm clearly Urgathoa does either didn't notice or doesn't particularly care. So I'm gonna give him the Conne special of chain lightning to a bunch of mobs.
Yes! So, let's see how many are in order. These are going to be in range. You'll have to move closer, but they'll be in
Oh
range
yeah,
for sure. And
yeah.
I think even those two probably. Yeah.
Well, it needs
50
to
feet.
jump. Like the mobs need to be
It does.
30 feet apart from each other at the max, and it can only bounce once. So I need to chart a course for it to travel.
Aha.
What's the
Okay,
distance
so
between like skeleton infantry 2 and Decima?
that would be 55 feet. So that's a
55
little
feet.
too
Okay,
far.
so that's out of range.
But skeletal infantry 1 to Decima is 30 feet. That would work.
Yeah. Well, I guess how far the skeleton
you hit-
infantry's apart from each other? That seems more than 30 feet.
The skeletal infantries to each other are 55, yes.
Okay.
I think you could hit the 3 gas, the center skeleton, and the 2 Decima and Morta.
Oh,
And Zeviid, since you rolled a nat 20 religion check, you notice I'm going to point this out. You see in the center 2 more daughters of Urgathoa who look shockingly like Ilkana Alinor. Or, as you've discovered, Ilkana Alinor looked just like the daughters of Urgathoa. However, you had only heard tales of the 3 that you had killed already in Urgathoa's realm. But here are 2 more daughters of Urgathoa that you'd never heard of.
Urgathoa lost her other ones and was like, I got a few more lying around. Hold on.
Hold on.
Sure.
She has like a grab bag of daughters. Go, fight for me.
It's like, BRB, okay guys, I'm back. They're here.
Mother, do you love us? No. Now go fight for me. Okay.
Yeah, Conne, I think you can hit all of these. The 3 gassed swarms, the skeletal infantries in the middle, and then the 2 daughters.
All right.
Unless, let me see how close they are to the things behind them. If they're within 30. They're not, 35 feet. You can't hit the back row, so it'll stop at the daughters no matter what.
Okay. That's fine. Then
They're your targets. You can go ahead and make them
save.
roll their saves. I see a crit fail. A failure, crit fail, regular success, failure, failure, failure. No crit successes, so it doesn't stop. It hits all of them. So go ahead and roll your damage, and one of them's going to take double. Ghast Garrison 3.
Hell yeah.
Lots of high numbers.
Oh, that's so many d12s. 65, 125 on one of them. Jeez! Con, you get so much use out of that chain lightning. Let's see, 60
know!
plus 60 plus
And yet you keep putting all these
50
mobs
plus-
that have a weakness to area damage.
372 damage. Oh yeah, and they're
lot of
weak to area.
damage.
Shit, I need to give a couple of them extra. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. But not
Con, that
Decima
was
and
a
Morta.
pretty,
they
it
are
was a
not.
pretty good move, I have to say.
Yep, so that one takes an extra 20.
If I just looked like this.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, that one Ghast Garrison
Why the
is
long face?
already
I don't
money.
understand the joke.
You have bloodied one of them, Con. And then the Skeletal Infantry 1. There we go. All right, there we go. So that was your haste action to move, and then 2 actions to cast?
Yes.
So you have an extra action, and then Con's Bladed Blade if you want it, if you can use it.
Shane, you're distracting me!
Sorry, I'm having fun.
I don't know what I could do. I guess like an action to enter my Ascendant Strike stance.
Yes, that's true, you can.
Yeah, and I'll
So-
just
oops,
let
actually, I
Con's
wrote
Bladed
hate.
Blade go.
Okay, not a problem. Haste, and then strike stance. There you go. Cool. That's the end of your
Yeah.
turn.
So
Bringing it
she springs into action, like she does a tuck and roll, and then she just casts this lightning out of her hand that arcs, between these huge piles of swarming undead, and then she does like a cool backflip with her elven curved blade.
Hell yeah.
Yes, your new weapon, the Ihystir.
Yeah.
All right, bringing it to a strange creature in the back. And Zeviid, since you rolled a nat 20 on your religion check, I'll just show you this and tell you what it is, because nat 20, that's what it's for. You see that there are 4 scythe-wielding lich clerics, deathless hierophants of Urgathoa, near the back. They are all quite powerful liches.
Oof. Zeviid looks
So-
at them and realizes that could have been him, but for Cabreri, shudders to think about it.
Easily. This easily could have been Zeviid at any point. So it's going to move... come on. Move down. Am I on the wrong layer mode? I have so many things open, sorry. Grab. Move. There we go. It's going to move down behind this pillar adjacent to Morta, and it is going to cast a harm into her to heal her up from Con's Chain Lightning. I can... Yep. Target, and... Why can't I... I'm not used to being able to do this. Whoa, that is not the right level. That is... Why is it rolling it like it's a first level? That's a 9th level spell with the deuce. Or 8th level. Sorry, I have to make a quick program fix on the fly, sorry.
Yeah, it's
Or I
okay.
guess I could just roll it in chat. There we go. Roll 9d8. That's what I'll do. Healing her for 33. So Zeviid, you see this undead walk over. It's not mindless, but it's definitely not under its own control. It's being told what to do, and it walks up to this daughter of Urgathoa, and you see it do a 2-action harm directly into her, fully healing her. End of its turn. This other Hierophant in the corner moves up 30 feet, and Zeviid, the 2-action harm can be done at a distance, correct? The one you
Excuse
use
me.
all the time?
A 2-action harm would be a
Can that be
distant.
done from a distance?
Yes, yes. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
One target, but
So then it's going to walk up here, and it will also use an 8th level 2-action harm to heal Decima. Full, let's see, I'll roll it again. 98. She took 55 damage, so he heals her for 21. So she is still at 34 wounds. So he did not heal her fully. End of his turn. That brings it to the lady herself. She turns around, sees all of you, and says, "Interlopers, what fun! You have come to save this worthless goddess. You think you can interrupt my rituals? What hubris! I do not even recognize your face. Xander, take care of them for me, would you, dear?" She turns back around and continues to slice into Nadiri, causing her to lose 5 more hit points. End of her turn.
Oof.
That brings it to Wasilka. Okay. Wasilka is going to say, we've come this far. There's no turning back now. Let's do it. And she ghoul leaps 55 feet to here. 55 feet to here. Right there, on top of this sarcophagus. And she looks at Decima, or that's Morta. She looks to Morta and says, "Yes, we have come to free the lady. We have no interest in Urgathoa. Just move aside, and we will spare you." And she is using what is her new feat called Reveal Machinations, where she uses deception to frighten enemies.
Ooh.
If she can hit their DC. So she hit a 40. That worked. Holy shit! I didn't think it would work. So Wasilka frightens Morta. I need to find her on. Okay, frightened 1.
So what we're actually seeing here, because I think it's hard to imagine, is a mime doing a cartwheel and a backflip onto this fucking crypt. She doesn't speak. She just has her stoic
Doll.
face and the weird fucking grin that's been sort of like grafted
sure.
onto her face. Very like Dark Knight looking face. And then this little doll that says,
It's
"We're
a
not
tattoo,
here
I
for
have the image.
Urgathoa. We're here for her. Let her go." A like creepy, come play with me type of intimidation, I
Yeah.
imagine. Is what's going
This is
on.
what Wasilka looks like now. And here is the doll that she has always had that has started speaking for her.
Oh god. Yeah. Yeah.
Wasilka's
I love
always
Wasilka
a
so
little
much.
bit creepy already, you know?
Always, since always, yeah. Okay, but that is the end of Wasilka's turn. Okay, I have notes. Decima, where is Decima? There she goes. Okay, so she sees Wasilka and says, "You're not here for Our Lady? Then we will just have to be here for you instead." She floats over and is going to strike at Wasilka with her scything blade. Ooh, nat 19, that's gonna hurt probably. Yeah, that's a crit.
Girly
We're at
pop, no.
56. But Wasilka did cast Mountain's Resistance. She's got Stone Skin, essentially.
Oh, thank God.
So she that should have done 92 damage, but it only did 77, and then I think a little... She should have resisted more than that, even. Yeah, she should have resisted 10, so she should have taken 67. There we go. Yes, so a mighty blow to Wasilka, but not quite as much as it should have done. But that also does an extra thing because she hit. Draining Presence. Wasilka has to make a DC 40 Fortitude save because of being in the presence of this creature. So Wasilka, thankfully, is a monk and has very high saves in general. Come on, there we go. Fortitude. Just barely. Got okay. That is a success. She does not fall under that effect. Then Decima is going to use a pallid touch, using her free hand to slice at her. A regular hit, not a crit. Good. And this will deal a little bit of negative damage. 38 negative damage to Wasilka. However, as Wasilka is already aghast, she does not have to roll against the Pallid Plague. Then, okay, who is next? Dani is up. What do we all think Dani would do in this moment?
Probably buff something.
Buff something?
Yeah, probably buff something to start before she ends up laying in hits because, well, we're all still at health. If there's any buffs she can lay out, I think she would. Just like how, there was haste casted and stuff.
Ooh, I know. She just took a feat. It is Eternal Composition, which is her Inspire Courage. She can use as a free action all the time now. So all of you are going to be I need to give all of you that buff. So give me a second. Fantasy Grounds is being a little wonky. I had forgotten that she just took that as a feat. So she's essentially inspiring courage at all times. Okay, so Dani needs to select Rhys. Come on, target people. Zeviid, Veltel, Yangwei, Li Mao. And then Conne. And Wasilka's too far away. Okay, so Inspire Courage on. I'm going to change this from 1 round to 1 hour, just because I don't want to give you this buff every single round, because that would be a humongous waste of time. There you go. I think I gave all of you that buff, and that's just a free action for her now, which is incredible. Cancel her targets. Okay. She has so many spells. Oh my god. She's going to... Oh god, too many options. Move forward upon the back of Arwen. So Dani, Arwen, gonna move forward close enough. And then Dani is going to cast a magic missile over on Decima to help out with Wasilka. Target Decima. Magic missile, 7th level. 64 plus 6 force. Okay. There we go. So she got a buff, she moved, got her cat into the fray, and did a little damage herself. Gonna call that good on Dani's turn. Yang, Gui, Fei. So, who all of you has haste already? Because in my notes, she was gonna cast haste on you guys. You all have it? Okay, then she's gonna give it to herself and Veltel and Li Mao as well. So now everybody's gonna have haste. Everyone has haste.
I've given haste to Rhys, and someone gave haste to Conne. I don't need it, but if you can give it to me, I wouldn't say no.
You're standing right there. Yeah, you're standing right here, and she doesn't have nearly as many targets as she was going to. Okay. Get rid of Yang's targets. Target Zeviid. There we go. And haste. Here you go.
Okay, thank you. That is nice.
So then, of course, because she was going to cast that on Lux Et Umbra anyway, but now that you all have it, she's going to move up to here and then take the hide action behind this pillar. So she has increased AC for the moment. That brings it to, yes, far in the back. You start to see a spirit move forward. He appears to be a dwarf, holding a massive warhammer in one hand.
Let me guess. And when he talks, he goes, "Hello, I'm Thander."
Thander.
No, does that not fit him?
As he's not quite. As he's running forward, you can see a look of sadness on his face as tears are streaming down his cheeks into his beard.
Oh.
And he's saying, "Do not make me do this! Do not make me! Please stop me!" And he spends his entire turn running right past Wasilka.
Just making fun of this guy that's like clearly in pain. Wouldn't it be funny if he had a silly voice? You're like, actually, he's in the worst pain of his entire own life right now, and that was really insensitive of you to make that joke. Oh yeah, okay, you're right. Sorry, Xander. Stop me.
Hierophant, it over here is going to move to the south, and it too is going to burn an 8th level spell slot to heal Morta. Or no, I guess it's Decima. Oh, he can't hit her from there, I don't think. Nope, not quite. I can't. Okay, he's going to get close
just have
though.
to walk. Yeah.
That's a high level
those
spell
little-
slot that we
You're
don't
gonna
have
have to
to deal
burn
with.
an
That's
extra.
nice.
Extra high level, yep. But he's still going to burn an 8th into her directly, so it's only one action. So that's not nearly as much as it would be if it were the 2 action. Except unless I roll really high. Holy crap. Okay, so she gets Decima. She's down to 22 wounds. Okay, end of its turn. Zeviid, you are up.
All right. I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Oh no. That's a little strange. Okay. Well. I want to use Summon Undead, which used to be Animate Dead, but they changed the name of half the spells to distance themselves from wizards. So Summon Undead at 8th level, which can get me an 11th CR creature. But I'm looking at them. There's only like 2 things I want. Either a Grave Knight, but that's an elite Grave Knight. So when you make it elite, it goes up to CR 11, creature 11. And I've got the stats. I can pass this off to you if you want. Or, and this will require more work from you, Eli. I think it's time. It's been 2, maybe 3 years since you gave me this power, and I haven't really used it because the time hasn't been right. But I think the time's right now. Squirrels. The squirrel swarm. Upcast.
Oh
The
my god.
squirrels.
A massive swarm bigger than these. And because I have Bond of Death, I can create 2 of the same kind of creature. So I would like to create 2 of these giant swarms.
What level creature is this?
It's a CR 11 or creature 11.
See, creature 11. Okay, so that's
To give you an
6, so I need to
idea,
get
the
12.
Grave
Okay,
Knight,
yeah, keep
it
going.
has like 26 to hit with, its first attack, hitting for 2d12 plus 12 slashing plus a d6 of an energy type. So like that's to give you a ballpark of what that's like normal for. 2 enormous swarms of squirrels, bigger than they would normally be at like what level 2 that they came at way back when.
They were 5. Oh, originally they were level 2. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know how many more squirrels, but this is an ossuary. I feel like
There's
if
bones
there is
everywhere.
any place to get bones to create this, the raw materials to create a massive swarm of undead that are loyal to me, then this is it. And I'd like to unleash them on the swarms of what are these, zombies? The gas garrisons.
Use gas. What is your AC, Zeviid, currently? Not AC, your initiative. I'm just trying to get them up to you.
45, I believe.
45? Okay, cool.
Oh, the epic music stopped. More than that.
I've been waiting for the right moment to summon the squirrels. I knew I wasn't going to be doing it a lot, and it ended up not happening. And you had gone through all this trouble, like, you've got this squirrel swarm, and I like never really used it. And I'm like, I kind of want to wait and find the right moment, but we leveled up and we leveled up and we leveled up. I was like, uh-oh, when can I use this now? I don't think there's a
There we
better
go.
time than now to fight Urgathoa with undead squirrels that she has
That's so
no control
fucking
over because
good.
there's also just a little bit of primal magic infused in them that's not her domain. That's not hers to control.
That's not my domain.
That's not my domain. Not my domain.
I have art. There they are. These squirrels share. They look like this. Grotesque undead squirrel creatures.
Even stinkier
Alright,
than
I've
last
almost got
time.
them onto the combat tracker. Yeah.
They've been sitting in a pocket dimension, just waiting for their chance to come out and see the light of day and actually see play.
Yeah, right.
And they've been rotting that entire time. So
They've been
summoning them.
festering.
Oh yeah, they've been festering. So we've just unleashed this stench upon this place. And yes, individually a squirrel is no match for a ghast. But when you're outnumbered 100 to 1, 100 squirrels could fuck up a one person. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Absolutely.
like people freak out when one squirrel's around. Imagine 100 and all of them have a single-minded desire to rip you to shreds. You're done.
Oh, absolutely.
Good luck.
Say goodbye.
I get 2 of these, by the way.
Almost got it.
2 swarms?
Yep, I got it.
Nice.
Finally. It took
2
me a while because
swarms.
Fantasy Grounds is a little slow. And I had to update their stats a little bit. But so where do you want them? You can control them if you'd like.
So I can let's see. Yeah, I want them to
Those are so huge.
occupy. Yeah. They can occupy spaces, right?
And so swarms can occupy spaces. Yeah, and they do automatic damage even if they don't waste actions. They will automatically do a certain amount of damage every round just by sharing a square with a creature.
I want them to overrun the 2 garrisons on each side. I want them to take that out, and then we can all focus our fire on the middle and just punch through. If the squirrel swarms are able to get through in decent health, have them move on to the skeleton infantry on the next turn.
Amazing. So what does this look like when you pull these out of the wall?
My shadow sort of extends down the steps out about 30 feet in front of me down to the bottom of these stairs, this black mass, and then you hear chittering as bones begin to rattle and pop off walls and restructure themselves, break apart, splinter, turn into other types of bones as these shadow forms show up and the bones are being assembled. This is happening like 3D printing, but on 100 times speed. They're all these little squirrels come out of the shadow, and it's like a never-ending swarm as they so many come out that they eventually split off into 2 separate groups. And I'm just holding out my fucking staff in my arm, and I'm just like, come to me! And I'm being a little crazy.
Rhys is just like, he's gone nuts.
And I have a haste action,
You
so
still
I'll move.
have an action, a haste action, and a rot trot action. Your haste action is different from your rot trot action.
Rot Trot will move forward right here. And then ooh, yeah, you know what? Rot Trot has really high movement. I bet I could actually go right here.
80 feet, yeah.
And then I'm going to use an action to attack. No, I'm not. I am going to go here. And I'm going to use an action to do Undeath's Blessing on Arwen. Yeah. Arwen.
Ooh,
So if I
nice.
hit them with negative energy, they're gonna heal. So because they're in the melee,
Sweet.
they're not gonna know to get out of the way. So, and then the squirrels moved forward. Can they do an attack as well, or do I have to use an action to command them?
Yes, they can do an attack. I will make the ghasts roll reflex saves. We'll say theirs is 39, so fail, crit fail. Roll 5d6 publicly.
Do we add any modifiers to this?
I'm gonna add 10, so 26. Okay, so it's the ghouls, or the gas, I mean, yeah, so
5d6
That's
plus
number
10
two.
feels fair to me. That's totally all right.
26 is 106. Okay, and then that's number 3. Okay. Oh man, that one's hurting a lot. Gas Garrison 3 is already looking very bad. The one on the far right.
Good.
You can
is
hear
that the end of your turn?
some. That's the end of my turn, but you can hear some of the gas and Necro crying like, "Who's some of these squirrels? Why are they beating us?"
Ah! Gassed Garrison. Yeah, these things are going to use all 3 of their actions for a or whirl of claws into these squirrels. So the squirrels, I did just update their reflex saves, so they're going to need to make a DC 31 reflex save.
I just have the line from
goes.
Annie stuck in my
Nat
head
2.
of Miss Hannigan going,
Mhm.
Billy can put me in the nut house with all the nuts and the squirrel. Have that going through my head because for some fucking reason, that's where my brain went. Little girls.
Okay, so all of these ghouls are swiping, clawing, biting at these ghouls are swiping, clawing at these squirrels that have just been summoned, and they deal 20 damage, but they don't take out many of the squirrels. There's still quite a few of them. That was not very effective.
I got one.
Morta,
Ah!
daughter-
Still getting overrun.
Daughter of Urgathoa sees. Yes, is going to go down and assist her sister by floating behind Wasilka, putting her off guard. Wasilka suddenly realizing, maybe I shouldn't have ran too far in front of everybody.
How many
Come on,
feet did she
off
run?
guard, not to Morta. She jumped 110 feet because she's a ghast. She can leap really far. Maybe it wasn't exactly that far, but it was quite far. And then... Yes. Target Wasilka. Slicing out at her with her scythe. Thankfully, it took 2 actions to get here, so she's only going to get 1 attack on Wasilka. At 17. That's going to hurt. That's a 55. That's actually just a... No, that is a crit on Wasilka. Crap.
Wasilka, we didn't cast heroism on you.
So
What are you
so damn
doing?
heroic.
Yeah.
Hold the line, girl. What are you doing?
Little bit was absorbed, but 96 damage to Wasilka.
Oh my
Yikes.
god! Girly
Like, that's
pop,
the
get
end of
out of
bonus
I
there!
turn.
just went. I can't heal you for a hot minute. Get back here.
She'll get out when she can. This guy, Deathless Hierophant, moves forward using all 3 actions to join this line here to get into range.
Wasilka's the player in an MMO that like rushes out ahead,
Me.
and the healer's like, "I'm not gonna fucking heal you because you just drew all this aggro. That's on you."
I'm a DPS
yep.
person. That is exactly what I fucking do. Fuck it. Let's
I
go.
was always a healer. And my catchphrase was always, I didn't forget to heal you. I let you die. Nadiri yells in pain, Ah! Newcomers, please, I beg of you, close my wounds to cease my tears, and I will aid you against her. She means to crack the walls of the multiverse and drown every plane with mana. That
Close her wounds,
the end
eh?
of her turn as she wails in pain. Veltel looks shocked as she says, No, my love Xander, what are you doing? Aid us, not her, please. As she rushes forward, floating through the air, past Zeviid, past these ghasts. Let's see, what does that say? Use wail. Oh, yeah, okay, I know. And she's going to get to here, and she's going to use wail on the daughters of Urgathoa, Morta and Decima. So both of them need to make me a save. Fortitude. Ooh, they both fail. Hooray.
They both fucking fail.
Ha, 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 ha. So, both of them take
Get
41
it.
mental damage. Let's see. 41, that's 59. And they are deafened. As
Yeah.
Veltel screams at both of them, but they are too tall. The sound waves go directly over Wasilka's head.
More like definitely going to lose.
Definitely. Absolutely. So, then they get the deafened condition. Great. End of Veltel's turn. These guests are also going to just be clawing and biting at these squirrels, forcing the squirrels to make a reflex save, DC of 30-something. 32 is a success, so they'll take half damage. Half of 31 is 15. So there's still so many of these squirrels. These ghasts are not even making a dent in the squirrels that you have summoned here, Zeviid. But that was all 3 actions gone straight into the squirrels. Li Mao, your skeletal friend here, is going to rush forward. It says, we can take them. Just all of you, just push forward. We can break their walls. Break the line. He rushes past. That's 1 action. 2 action. And then 3 actions to get right up in front of Xander. But he has haste. That's right. So he can use Dueling Expertise. The Weapon Master deals an extra 2d10 plus 2 damage to creatures that are not adjacent to allies if he hits. So he's going to swing out with his katana at his former friend Xander and say, "My brother, Xander, you do not need to do this. Please, aid us." And Xander says, "Li Mao, I have no control over me. Please stop me." And Xander takes 11 damage. End of Li Mao's turn. Rhys, you are finally up. You rolled very bad in initiative.
That's okay, because I've been planning. Okay, so... first-
That's the bonus to going last in initiative.
okay, so first I'm going to go invisible.
Sure.
And then I'm going to go use warp step.
Okay.
So let me
I'm
go
gonna
and
give you
find...
invisible real fast.
Yeah.
You are not immobilized.
Oh
Not
god.
immobilized. Invisible.
Visible.
There you go. I will remove that immobilized.
Thank you. Alright, and then I gain a 5-foot status bonus to my speed. So I have and I stride twice, so I have 70 movement, correct?
That sounds right.
Okay.
That sounds right.
And because I have haste, can I do that again? Or do
Yes.
Okay.
So 140.
Can you move me 140 feet?
Yeah. In what? Just straight out?
Straight out.
Where are you trying to get?
Closest to Urgathoa
Okay,
as I
let's-
can.
That's 125. Alright, so that'll get you probably to the stairwell. Yeah,
That's
about that
fine.
stairwell before Urgathoa.
I need to
So
touch
let me
her.
move you.
It for this to work. So I...
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get to here with a warp step, which is 2 actions, and then your haste action. So you still have 1 action.
Okay. 1 action. I'm gonna wog it, so I have that up too, and then that'll be it.
Great. You can get 2 attacks off with that. Like you can shoot a bow at something. Maybe one
I
of the
don't
things with
want
Silka's fighting.
to. Ooh, yeah, that's actually a good idea. I just don't want to be.
If you're activating the wog, you may as
detected.
well do it.
But yeah, no, that's a
Oh,
good...
you'll keep your invisibility.
Okay. I'm gonna go and
Yeah, your
get...
invisibility is powerful enough; it doesn't drop.
I'm gonna fire some arrows at Decima then. I just don't
Okay.
want to be spotted.
She is
though.
your target
Wait,
for sure.
That's
Okay,
all.
yeah. If you don't want to shoot her, you don't. That's fine too.
I don't want to. Only because
Then yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be spotted. I am
Sure.
on a stealth mission right now.
All right. So you have your WOG activated, but you're just on stealth. Got it. The last Ghast Garrison is attacking Arwen. So Arwen needs to make me a save. Reflex 31 needs a 10. 15. She takes half damage. Great. Good for you, Arwen. So that's a little bit of damage. Come on. There we go. So as these things are clawing, swiping, biting, gnashing, Arwen takes 13 damage. So that's 162. Cool. Arwen still has a ton of hit points. That was all 3 of their actions. The skeletal infantry begins to lumber towards out of the hallway. Bum, 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 bum. Gets to here. And I think that's as far as it can move because they are very slow. End of its turn. Come on. There we go. Same thing with this one. It is going to lumber forward and end here, not being able to actually take any actions because they are so slow. And the third one is going to come to here and engulf Limau and Veltel. So both of them need to make reflex saves. 42, that's a critical save. So Limau is able to jump over and around these attacks with little issue. They do not seem to find any purchase. And then Veltel, have to move it off of her. There she is. Reflex save. Oh, she's probably going to succeed. Critical success for her. So both of them do not take any damage from these skeletal weaklings. End of the round. That brings it to the top. Conne, you are up.
All right. So the plan was we were targeting the gas pile in the middle, Nespa?
I think that's a good idea. If we can punch through a hole, we can kind of move up. We need to get to at least Nadiri. Like, if Dani can use a soothe on her, that would be huge. But Dani needs to get in range.
Dani has
and it's not.
teleport.
Dani does have teleport. Can Dani
And she
teleport
should-
then soothe? Does she have enough action economy for that?
I'd let her use her haste action in this moment because it's cool.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I have a plan for Xander. So I would just let them deal with that. Just maybe go assist with Silka if you're able to get past these guys. Your girl needs help.
Yeah. I mean, she should just leave.
She
I'm
should
not
leave.
going over there.
She jumped the gun. That was a misplay on her part. But a little bit of assistance. Maybe go for some of the Hierophants. They're like healing and shit, and they probably are not as good up close and personal. Like,
That's fair, but we would be spreading out an awful lot.
yes, but Rhys is already all the way up there, right?
I have a plan to do something though. I'm up there and
I'm just saying we're
unseen.
already spread out. If we're just mixing up into the battlefield, that means they can't do an area of effect that collateral damage, right?
That's fair. And yeah, I'll go for the Hierophant that's all the way over there.
one
Conne
by
because she
itself?
has her Conne because she has her like big old membrane full bat wings out is gonna take to the sky. And use the hasted action and one additional action to close distance. And once she lands, as part of her second movement action, she'd like to tumble through to try to make this guy off guard.
Great. How does that work again?
Um,
Acrobatics versus what?
Well, let's look up the skill. I was about to say acrobatics versus reflex save, or like reflex DC, but let's find out. Or tumble behind. You tumble under and behind a foe to catch them off guard. When you successfully tumble through the foe... okay, well, what's tumble through?
I'll look it up. Tumble through. Actions. Oh, load faster. Come on. Attempt an acrobatics versus the reflex DC. Okay, so you need an acrobatics check versus a 43. Can you assurance a 43?
Oh. No. I could almost. I could assurance a 42, but not a 43.
Ah.
So,
Okay. So you're going to have to roll.
Mm-hmm.
45. 45, that is enough. Yes.
Yeah,
So
well, wait, how is it that?
Yeah,
It says that
wait
my
a second.
acrobatics
Because you have
DC is a
heroism.
32.
You have heroism.
Heroism. So actually, assurance would have been fine
You have
because
heroism.
heroism boosts it.
Oh! Well, cool.
That's true. A heroism would have been fine. That's right. So, off guard to this loser.
Yeah. But off
I didn't
guard
think about
only
that
There you
to-
go,
either.
off guard.
I forgot about it.
only to my next attack. However, Conne also
Mhm.
does have a rogue feat that lets her still do precision damage to folks that aren't off guard. It's not full precision
That's
damage,
true,
it's
you
not full
do.
sneak attack damage.
But it's some.
Yeah, Sly Striker is the name of the feat.
Yeah, that's the one, Sly Striker. So go ahead, I've given it off guard. You can do your normal attack. I think you have at least one action, right?
Yeah, because it was hasted action and a movement action, and tumble through is part of a movement action.
Yeah, tumble through's part of it.
Yeah,
so you
so
still
I
have
have
two actions.
Two actions and a
Constellated
constellated blade.
Yes. Let's see that new weapon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm excited about this.
It's so disgustingly powerful.
Come on, nat 20 right off the bat.
That would be so gross. Nat 6 still a hit, 41.
That's crazy. That's a hit.
These are not super powerful creatures. As you said, they're worse close up. 43 damage to the Deathless Hierophant of Urgathoa as you slice into this thing with your broken spear. What does that look like with you doing this tumbling, rolling slash?
It's like a helicopter blade. It's sliced through this guy. That's how fast Conne is able to swing it. And just spin it in this, in this Beyblade of death. I cannot escape making my characters Beyblades, apparently. That's what playing too much Hades 2 will do to you.
Good blade.
I'm waiting for them to finish
There,
it, and then I'll be
the
playing that
Steer.
too.
Yeah.
And I think you have another action, and then your free one.
Yeah.
It's this weapon
it's
of
no longer
Asmodeus, the weapon that
flat-footed, but
invented murder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because of Slice Striker, I still do 2d6 precision damage, so not the full 4, but I'll still do 2.
Yeah, you know what? I can't. It's taking me too long to find him on the tracker, so just hit it as though he's flat-footed. I don't mind. That's
Okay.
crazy. I want to see these numbers.
Oh my lord.
77 damage on a crit. And yeah, you know what? Take your constellated blade attack as well.
There you
Yeah.
go. I'll be.
That's at your lowest.
Yes. And that's
That was a
that's
miss.
swing and a miss.
Okay. End of your turn. Brings it to this Hierophant. What is it gonna do here? Yeah, okay. It is going to move past you, Rhys. You see it. It does not notice you.
Good.
comes to here within close to Conne somewhat. What spells do I have here? Yeah. It's going to attempt to cast Agonizing Despair on you, Conne. The target's mind tumbles down a deep well of dread, dwelling so intently on deep-seated fears that it's painful. So I need to make you take a save. Will save. It's not very high.
Oh no, not the snakes. Why does it always gotta be snakes?
Wow! Conne, you critically succeed with a 47 will save, so nothing happens except it burns its spell slot.
Yeah,
Cool.
she's so
End of its
high
turn.
on the god-killing power that she wields in her hand, nothing could put her down.
Not even snakes.
Not even
Absolutely.
snakes.
The second one, again, walks right past you, Rhys.
That's
Past
bad.
the second one. To... Let's see, is it going to help Xander? Does it have a spell? I think it has a spell that can help him. Ah, Bane. It will cast Bane on itself and stand next to Li Mao, so that he has to take a -1 to his attacks, and not get extra because he's no longer dueling. End of its turn. Yes, here we go. Where is she? Okay. The Pallid Princess looks but to all of you, seeing that you haven't been swatted away like gnats yet, and she says, "Very well. If I must take this into my own hands, so be it." She begins to float forward to here, and she did not have True Seeing up, so I'm going to make her roll a perception check, Rhys. Roll me a stealth. Did you do that yet, Rhys? Rolling stealth?
No, I did not. Let me.
Yeah,
oh,
roll a
fuck.
public stealth.
Wrong thing. Wrong thing. I'm using Hero Point.
Okay.
That's better.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to know what she just rolled?
What did she just roll?
A natural 1.
Holy God!
So, literally an unholy god, as she walks right over you, Rhys, her skeletal legs simply moving past you. A wave of dread washes over you as this goddess passes you and does not see you. Rhys, you just snuck in, hid from a goddess.
Really wants to be seen by goddesses.
Because her nat
so,
1
like, this is perfect and
her net 1 was a
perfect.
41. Yeah, she has a plus 40 to perception. You got a 49. She rolled a nat 1 for a 41. You hid from a god. But
Oh my God,
it
I'm
took
gonna
2
fuck her
actions to get here. It took 2 actions to get here. But Conne, you are now in range. Thankfully for you, she can't do any of her fancy combo shit because it took her 2 actions to get here. But you are getting a Scythe of Souls as this weapon you have seen on temple walls, in drawings, in art, in paintings your entire life. Before you
In the
comes
flesh.
swinging down at you, Conne. Natural 9 for a critical 52. This is gonna hurt. You take 93 damage after all of the absorptions. And in addition, I need you to make some type of save. Where is it? Yes, you need to make a DC 44 fortitude save, please.
Oh my
As
god.
she looks you with her death-stealing gaze.
Wait, did you say she's
48.
Death
Wow.
death stealing? You said.
Yes, death-stealing gaze. Basically, when a non-undead starts, is hit by her scythe, they have to attempt a fortitude save, otherwise become drained 1. But Con, you just succeeded. It's save or suck. So there's no effect on a regular success or a regular fail. So you pass as this horrendous scythe of undead evil power slices into you. It burns. Ah! Ooh, I see Ash jumping into Fantasy Grounds. And since Shane is AFK anyway, and that's the end of Urgathoa's turn, I think now's a great time for an intermission. What do y'all think?
So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful. So we'll see everyone in just a couple of minutes. Hope you'll join us. See you then. Bye.
All right, give me a sec. And
Yeah, you're good.
One. Hi everyone, we're
Hey
back.
everybody, we're back. We got Ash. She's somewhere.
Yep.
She's still trying to load back into Fantasy Grounds, but where last we left off, Lux Et Umbra was fighting for their lives against against Urgathoa herself, the Pallid Princess, within the Palace of Love Eternal. The goddess Nadiri is strapped to a effigy made of bone at the far end of this temple, crying rivers of mana. Rhys had recalled a song from his youth, depicting very prophetically this exact moment, in hinting that perhaps healing her could help. But it's a rush of chaos as everything is going on all at once. Zeviid has raised an army of ghoul squirrels. Ash, you may remember them from a million years ago when he learned how to make squirrels.
I do remember that.
Veltel's love Xander seems to be controlled mentally by Urgathoa not wanting to attack. Rhys has literally just slinked past a god. He literally rolled higher than Urgathoa. She has a plus 40 to her perception checks and she didn't see him.
Suck on that, bitch.
Suck on that, bitch. Exactly. So, it is currently Wissilka the Gastastic's turn. She is not in a good spot, so she is going to Ghast Leap 55 feet and grab onto the side of this pillar up in the air, because she's aghast. She has
How high up is she? Like
about 30 feet, roughly.
30 feet up,
She's-
damn.
He's within 30 feet of Con right now. That was her hasted action. With her other 2 actions, she's going to say, Lux Et Umbra, I have faith that you can do this! And Con, she's going to cast a spell you've never seen her cast before. She's going to cast
Kill God.
Forbidding Ward on you, Con, which increases your armor by 2 and your saves by 2.
Oh.
As long as she sustains it for 1 minute. And Zeviid, roll me a religion check, please. And Con, I guess you can do Arcana on this. DC of 40.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Let me change the
Alright.
DC really quick. Sorry, Fantasy
Religion.
Grounds a little slow. DC of 40. There you go. Go ahead.
Right. Need a 7 or higher. Or maybe more. Or sorry, less, because of the heroism.
Yeah.
If it'll load.
There it goes. Ooh, wow. Okay, both of you critically succeed. Con, yeah. You just saw Wissilka cast a cantrip you've never seen her cast before. And you recognize that she must have gotten some type of power-up recently. But Zeviid, you recognize immediately a brand new cleric stands before you, as Wissilka has just cast a divine cantrip that you recognize.
Ooh.
And Zeviid, especially because the 2 of you rolled criticals, you got higher than 10 above the DC, you both realize that Lux Et Umbra has their first cleric.
Oh, thank God.
Wissilka is a cleric of Lux Et Umbra.
Oh,
Not any one of you specifically, but all of you as a conglomeration.
We are the
Have a
Godhead.
single
We
cleric.
are the
I
God.
fucking love it.
You as a group are the god that she worships. Whether she did this intentionally or not, you think probably not, but Wissilka has become a cleric of Lux Et Umbra. with her last action, she's going to Ghoul Leap once more to here, Con, to put that Hierophant off guard for you. That is the end of her turn. Decima seems annoyed, but not overly worried. She says, "Very well. Take out the other trash." Moves over to here next to Veltel.
You stink. Boo. just start like trying to mess her up during her turn. You're smelly.
Vicious mockery. Wait, hold on.
You don't even smell like death. You smell like a foot. That's even worse.
Ugh, critical on Veltel. That was a natural 19. I'm rolling really high today. Jeez.
To make up for the last boss fight where we were rolling really great, and the Shadow of Urgathoa wasn't
You guys,
too hot.
Yeah, you all freaking
annihilated,
steamrolled that fight. You really did. Okay, dice are finally coming. Veltel, this is gonna hurt a whole lot.
I hope somebody dies.
Veltel absorbed a ton. She should have taken 105 damage, but she ended up only taking 66. That's extremely high. That's very good. Veltel is a tank. We discovered that during the Shadow fight.
Mm-hmm.
And finishing up with a Pallid Touch. Nat 5? That is still a hit, but not a crit. That's good. So Veltel is going to take another this much. Boop.
Damn, Veltel didn't train with armor?
25 damage. A bunch absorbed.
Her AC is not high enough. We need to put like real plate mail on her.
I need Zeviid only to roll me a perception check DC 40 publicly.
Yes. Okay.
42?
42.
Okay, give me a second.
What the hell is happening? The fuck?
I'm having so many issues with my character sheet right now.
I believe that. I can see stuff is trying to happen, but Zeviid, you don't, in this chaos of battle, only at the very last moment do the hackles on your neck stand up as you are smashed to the floor with a 46 athletics check by a familiar sight. The Magic Bane Bandersnatch reveals itself from its invisibility, and it has overcome your Fortitude DC to grapple you to the floor. So Zeviid, you are grabbed. You're no longer on Rot Trot, and you are on the floor. You cannot move. You can still cast spells and shit.
You know, it's really sad
You
when
are
an
now
actor goes down the path of that. I love
here.
Bandersnatch Cumbersnatch, or whatever the hell its name was.
As this creature roars in your face, reminding you of Dani's reception when that cake golem attacked you, and this thing had you pinned to the ground.
Right.
This time, it does attempt to bite at you. One time. It does hit, but not a crit. It'll roll a natural 6. Come on, some damage. Ooh, I rolled high on the damage. Again, it wasn't a crit. Should have done 50 damage, but you absorbed 35 thanks to Khan's Wog power. That is the end of its turn. Dani, you are now up. If you need to just say what you want to do, I can do your character sheet stuff for you.
Thank you so much. How tall is Urgathoa?
Very.
About 20 feet. She's
Well,
huge.
I think there was some information that Ash
Gargantuan,
might not
actually.
have in regards to healing. Oh my gosh, what was her name?
Oh yeah,
Sad Girly Pop?
Nadiri.
Yeah, you might want to...
Nadiri is being sliced up, and if she reaches 0, then Urgathoa opens portals to the rest of the dimensions and unleashes undead armies on all of them.
So
You need to make sure she gets
If you can
healed.
hit, Nadiri with a soothe to give her some hit points, she can also aid us in the battle as well.
Okay.
Like if you can teleport and then soothe her or something like that.
You have a haste action too, if that helps.
Yeah. Yeah. For this fight, I'm allowing your haste actions to be applied to spells, I've decided, because this is a cool time to do that. Y'all are demigods anyway.
Cool. So, okay, let's do that. I don't know where I'm at the moment. Sorry.
Oh, do you need me to try
I
to
see
load the map again?
No, I have the map. I'm just trying to figure out where is my character at.
You are on top of Arwen, in kind of the center aisle.
Okay, that's fine. And then where's Nadiri?
All the way in the back.
All the way to the north, way in the far top.
Can I just send her
She's
a soothe?
floating in that tree of arms.
What's the
Yeah,
soothe is like
I'll
a what,
move you up
90
there.
foot range or something?
60,
remember.
I think.
Is it 60?
But I know you have teleport spell, so I can just teleport you over there. Do you want to be on top of Arwen, or do you want to leave Arwen with the ghasts here?
Arwen could try to move as far as Arwen could, and then you could jump off of Arwen and get your movement.
That's very true. So I'm gonna do that.
So Arwen's like leaping off the side of pillars and stuff.
Yes.
It's very cool.
Love that piece.
And then
You run
that'll
right
put
past
you to
Rhys.
about...
Can't even see Rhys. Nobody
Well,
can see
Rhys, you can
Rhys.
see
about
her,
here.
Oh yeah.
but she looks really cool. She like you see Arwen
There,
leaping
about
off
here.
these pillars, bam, bam, and then landing at the foot of the stairs, and she just sort of like dives forward and runs up the stairs past you, even though you're just like.
Okay, I have a question. How many actions does Sue take?
Two. That would be your
Two.
last two actions.
So that would be giving
Took a lot to get here.
Okay, hear me
You've
out.
already used enough for Arwen. It would,
So I'm not giving Arwen an action. I'm using Arwen's action
Mhm.
for her to take me, and then
Mhm.
casting a soothe. Should I still have one action left?
I guess since you have your haste action, sure.
Can I throw a dagger?
What? At whom?
Urgathoa.
There's no one in range of you. That's
You could do it if you still have that extra action. When you got
way, I
off of
guess.
Arwen, you could do that and then use your movement and last two actions to do soothe.
Yeah,
So you could do it while you were back there.
that'd be fine.
Cool. So
Yeah.
let's do that. You're gonna have to roll it for me because I still can't get my.
I can do that. Right.
I hope you
right.
hit, because I want you to say something to your aunt. Your
right.
auntie.
Auntie
That'd be
Urgie.
so funny. So let's see. I'm gonna move her back there. Okay, targeted. Dagger. Grab it. Got it. Okay, draw. She's a big target. Should work. There we go. Nat 20.
And that 20.
Let's go.
So let's hear it. Let's hear it. What message do you have for Urgathoa?
Like, I imagine like it's like a battle right now. So like she's on Arwen and she sees this whole thing happening. She kind of like is looking at Conne and Zeviid and Rhys being a badass, and she she has Arwen run in, and on her way like going to do like a soothe. She's like,
Not 19 to Nadiri.
Oops, yep, you're right. I will fix that.
she just like looks at it like,
But you did.
you're so fucking lame. You're just boring. You're just dull white bread. You know how many monsters that we've been kicking ass and they're actually cooler than you? Throw it at her. I'd like to
That
aim for
was
her head if that's possible.
so funny. Absolutely. With the nat 20, you go for the head. and you hit her in the back of the skull with this little dagger, this +3 dark silver dagger you found in a baden up at the Rune
Love it.
Forge.
Love it.
And you nail her. She knew that you did that. Great. And then you have, excuse me, the 2 actions left for Soothe. What level spell do you want to cast Soothe for, Nadiri?
Let's go level 7. How many level 7 spells do I have left?
7. 3.
Okay, let's use one of those.
All right.
That's a good use.
7d10 plus 28.
What does
Get
it
in
look
there.
like when you cast Soothe?
64 health.
What'd you say, Shane?
What does it look like when you cast Soothe?
I imagine it's like black glitter. It's like this black and red glitter.
Oh my god, yes.
Do you sing? Do you like... Now I will tell you what I've done for you. 50,000 tears I've cried. She's just like, oh wow, this is my jam. Holy shit, you know Evanescence? You're like, yeah.
Well, that's perfect for Nadiri, too.
I love that.
50,000 tears she's cried? Or years she's
Yeah.
cried, or whatever?
So many tears. I'm just gonna have Ares make an attack on these skeletons. But that was awesome. I can't believe you crit. Okay, missed. Okay. And
Just on your way up there, you did like a front flip off of Arwen and then talk some smack as you threw a dagger at the back of her head, and you're just like, you're fucking lame, and you just kind of run back over and you're like, bring me to life, you know.
Like, she just thinks she's just all this. She's trying to take over everything. Like, get over yourself. You're not that deep.
Not that deep, Urgathoa.
You ain't
Nope.
shit.
Okay, so that ends. She ain't shit. You ain't shit. That ends your turn, Dani. Zeviid.
Zeviid.
You got hit, correct? Or did you get... Were you missed?
Huh?
Did the Bandersnatch hit you? Like, did the
Bandersnatch is on top of
damage
me, biting me. Yeah, what's up?
you? Yes. Okay.
Finally got it.
I see what she's gonna do. She's going to say, I will help you as best I can. And she's going to try and cast Slow on the Bandersnatch.
I would yell out, use one of
that's
the
right,
crystals.
But she attempts to cast a spell, but it fizzles because she is in the anti-magic field. She hears you say that, and she will reach down and pull one of the crystals out of your jacket because she knows what you're talking about.
Luckily, we have more than one now because we harvested more. So it's not like, oh,
also
where
have
is
that
that? I can't
huge
find it.
chunk.
It's like, oh, there's multiples. You can just grab one.
Yeah, she will grab one, but does not have the action economy to activate it this round.
She can
But
pass it
she
off
has it like
to
out,
me,
and
or
she could pass it off to you. Yeah, you could take it from her, either one. Okay. The transparent visage of Xander says, "Do not make me do this," as he walks right past Li Mao, triggering an attack of opportunity, actually, because Li Mao is one of the few characters who has that. He is a trained warrior. So as his friend Xander walks past, he's going to critical him. Yikes. "32 damage Xander takes as he walks right up to Veltel, his love, the love of his life, as he says, "Please, run! Do not make me do this!" As he swings his warhammer at the Banshee. Nat 3 is a miss. Wow, I've been rolling so well. I was shocked that didn't crit. End of
Love
his
wins.
turn. Love wins. The Hierophant that is standing next to, or that Arwen is attacking currently, is going to attempt to scythe at her, because all of these clerics wield her unholy weapon, the scythe. At 16, critical on Arwen. Arwen takes a pretty hefty 72 damage.
What attack
is
Arwen?
Arwen the The Minnesota sounding one.
Yeah.
I hear.
Yeah, that is the Minnesota one.
So.
Ow, dang it!
Oofta! That hurt.
Oofta, that's a bad one.
Who attacked them?
Yes, it is going to. Deathless Hierophant of Urgathoa 1.
Is it alive? Does it bleed?
Were you wanting to... It is undead, and no, it doesn't bleed, unfortunately.
Never mind.
At least I don't think. Let me double check.
Are you gonna do depth
death effects,
siphon?
disease, paralyzed, poison. No, it can bleed.
Blood Vendetta, please.
No, she's got blood vendetta. Yeah, you can do that.
Oh fuck! I love Blood
Yeah.
Vendetta. Oh, that was the
Bleeding is
best.
great because there are a lot of undead that still have blood, like vampires, where you can do bleed effects to them.
Blood Vendetta, 6th level.
Oh, fuck,
6th
love
level,
Blood
okay.
Vendetta.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So 6d6 bleed. That is the end of its turn, so it should take some damage here. There it goes. Takes 33 damage. Why did all of that get absorbed? It should have taken damage. I'll make it. There we go. Okay, I made it take the damage. So it has failed, so it will continue to bleed. Zeviid, you are up, and your squirrels as well.
All right, I've got something I need to do. I take the gem. This has to hit. I have to deactivate the anti-magic. Otherwise, we're in a bind. I take this and I shove it right into this thing's fucking neck. What do I have to do that?
I'm gonna make it take a save against you. Your save DC is 39. You could burn a focus point to make me do lucky get, roll a disadvantage.
I will do that. Yes. Please roll
Okay.
disadvantage. Also, do I get any bonus from heroism to my DCs? Probably not.
Probably, I don't think so. So
Okay.
it's going to try. Yours is a 39, so... Come on.
Please.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you the big one, the high one first, okay? So this is the
Okay.
one it is not, all right?
Okay.
The high one was a natural 15 for 42.
Okay.
And your DC is 39.
Huh.
It rolled a 32. So due to Gork and Mork's magic, how does this work?
Lucky get is what? Is that blue?
That's blue, yes.
Yeah. Got like got a bunch of accentations of like in my clothing of different colors, mostly blue, and I've got like a blue sort of like sleeve that I use to hide the thing. There's also a little bit of purple on there because you've never seen a purple orc, so kind of just
That's right.
fuse in a little bit of the Gork and Mork lore here. Basically hiding it under. Has anyone ever seen that Ben Stiller movie from like 2000? They're like superheroes, but they're all kind of like lame.
It's
Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
familiar.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
I
one
love
of the
that movie.
guys is like he uses
Mystery
cutlery.
Man.
Yeah, Mystery Man, and under his sleeve he like
The Blue Raja.
Yeah, yes. So that's sort of like what he does. He like comes under his sleeve, through with the with this shard of sharp rock into the neck of the Bandersnatch to hopefully drain it or deactivate its anti-magic effect and maybe deal a little damage on top.
You feel immediately yourself powering back up, whereas before the familiar draining of your power was there. It has now returned to you. You smile because that was your haste action to do that.
Yeah. Thank God. I sustain my anime dead spell because in order to keep two storms, I have to sustain it. So I use an action for that to keep that up. And with my last two, I look over to Xander and I want to use Bind Undead at 8th level.
Yes.
I would
Oh my
like him
God,
to join
yes.
us.
8th level?
Yes, please.
He just joins you. He's the 17th level creature. Great.
All right.
Xander is now friendly.
I take control over him and I say,
You don't want to be fighting your friends? Then fight our enemies!
As this black magic escapes out of Memento Mori, returning color to once more to Xander's eyes, where before it was just dark depths of nothingness. I think you have an action left.
No, I think that's
is
everything.
that 3?
That's everything.
Okay.
I've expended all. But now we have magic. I'm still
squirrels.
underneath the banner switch. I haven't like gotten myself out. I've just got the magic back, and then I just did a bunch of shit as I'm being like attacked by this thing. It's like the Revenant. I'm getting fucking fucked up by a bear.
Okay. Fail. Fantastic. So this gassed garrison is going to take another 30 damage from your squirrels. That's fantastic. And this one over here on the east also gets to make a roll. Come on, open. Reflex save.
I have a question to the group
Critical
real quick.
failure.
What spell? Because we have that card from Baba Yaga where we can every long rest, I think, we can form one spell from each of us
Mm-hmm.
into something. What can we all use?
The try technique.
Good question.
I've never used the combo
Also,
attack
Zeviid,
before. This is exciting.
Your squirrels have taken out Gassed Garrison 3.
Yes. They are right next
bite
to the
and
skeletons, so
tear them apart.
if they want to just keep fighting, if they have the action economy, they would probably be able to do that without a command. But I don't know if they've got it this turn.
I don't think they have the action economy. But one is taken off the map.
Woohoo!
Right, whose turn is it? I forgot. It's currently...
I don't know, but I
it's the
do.
squirrels. That was it. It is Gassed Garrison. There we go.
I can say with
This is-
certainty, I've got some spells that might be good. Rip the Spirit is my main offensive single target spell that I'm sitting on. I've got a fly spell prepped. I've got harms, obviously. Fleet Step
Your
to make
squirrels
someone really
is critically
fast.
saved.
Jump.
I wonder if it was a
Morta.
harm
It
and
is
a
Morta's
magic
turn, the
missile.
daughter of Urgathoa. That would be very frightening. Morta, daughter of Urgathoa, is going to move down next to her sister and use a sweeping strike.
Get a
to attack
hobby!
both Delta
Boo!
Boo! Your mom doesn't love you.
Nepo baby! Look at me, I'm the daughter of Urgathoa! Ooh!
I think I'm so cool. My mommy knows dad.
Right. Nat 20 on the traitor Xander.
I'm like looking back at everyone like I'm
Ouch.
trying to fuck her up, but they keep rolling crits.
I am rolling really high. And her turn. Ooh, this Hierophant is not in a good way. It is the one in between Conne and Wasilka. It's going to sweep its scythe at you, Conne.
Okay.
Nat 3. That's gonna miss. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, go for broke, I guess. Sweep its scythe over at Wasilka.
I have something I can do
At
mental
15 is-
damage.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, I was talking to the group.
I think you have a spell. Oh, okay, sorry.
You want a spell that does mental
So-
damage?
I have one that does mental damage.
Ooh. I do too.
Well-
But that's different.
Okay. Wasilka takes a little bit of damage from that Hierophant's scythe, bringing it to Nadiri. She says, yes, thank you. Thank you. Please, more. If you could heal my wounds, I will aid you as best I can. You can have my divine magics. And she says, you were able to give me enough to aid somewhat. Here, hopefully this can help. And her tears begin to rise up from the ground and fire directly at Urgathoa. She's going to use the Maiden's Tears attack. It's a ranged ability, a ranged attack. Nat 15 is a hit.
Fuck
She hits
yeah.
her. Come on, damage. Fantasy grounds are killing me. There it goes.
Should just name it Smalls at
Ooh,
that
not
point.
terrible. As she deals 46 damage to Urgathoa with these tears of pure mana that she's able to shoot from a distance. Veltel is up. And she says, "You blasted sisters have been a thorn in our sides for far too long. You lick spittles. We'll take all of you out. Just watch." And she's going to zoom over to here to put one off guard.
Dude, look at the lovers. They're like tag teaming these bitches. It's crazy.
I love it.
Isn't it great?
Reunited and fighting
Then-
back to back.
It's like Pirates of the
Yes.
Caribbean when Elizabeth and what's his name? Will
Will.
Will.
and Elizabeth
Bootstrap
are-
Bill.
go back to back and they're on the pirate ship and it's raining and they're just like, oh,
Nat
and then they're
17?
getting married.
Nice.
Oh my god, that
Dude,
That-
Good hit. Good
that
hit.
movie defined a generation.
that is
The-
why the mummy.
Whoa! Veltel killed that bitch!
Damn, dude.
Nice.
Veltel did 48 damage. She was weak to it because it's negative damage, and she killed her. Holy crap! So Veltel says, "You lick spittle trash have been under Urgathoa's boot too long. This is the end for you," and slashes across Decima's throat.
You could say
She falls to the
Decima was
ground.
decimated.
Decimated.
I'm feeling
And a
real
toaster.
annoying today. I love it.
It's okay. It's the dad energy. We love it.
Right. Li Mao, seeing an opening, is going to attack this Deathless Hierophant. Come on, target him.
I remember when Pirates of the Caribbean came out and it was the biggest shit. And all
Me
these
too.
girls
It
were
was.
just
The movie was great.
swooning over Jack Sparrow.
I was Orlando Bloom, babed. Like,
It's fair.
Dang, Nat
That's fair.
19 against. Wow. that's
Honestly,
good.
the trio. Everybody loved the trio. It was an awakening for many.
That it was. 43. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So Li Mao rolled a natural 19 against this Deathless Hierophant of Urgathoa. Unfortunately, not a crit, but still a very solid hit. 2 6s on that. That's 29 damage plus another. Because it is not around an ally, it does double damage. That's sort of his
Bitch.
thing. He duels people one-on-one. Then he gets a second attack. Things seem to be going a little bit better this round, it would seem. Nat 20 on the Deathless Hierophant. Go, Li Mao, go. And then that's going to do an extra bit of damage because he is dueling it. Dang, that was a ton of damage. Okay, and Li Mao's turn.
When Li Mao's
Rhys,
turn
you are
comes
finally
up again, just let me know. Remind me, please.
all right, boys, let's get to
Yeah, okay.
action. All right, I've been waiting a very long time to do this. I chose a lot of what I chose for moments like this when there's a literal fucking god. So Rhys is going to walk right over to Urgathoa and place a hand on her. And he's going to do Umbral Mind Theft. Umbral Mind Theft steals a broad knowledge from another creature. It siphons it and puts it in a pocket dimension of the shadow plane, connected to my own mind. And during the spell's duration, I could use the steal action to attempt to take one lore skill proficiency from a creature instead of stealing an item. So I'm gonna cast it. And see, yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna Yeah.
You
I
touched
have
the
decided-
wet meat on her shin bone, the gross
Yeah, like hand.
squelch of like decaying fucking leg meat.
Yeah.
That's so disgusting.
It is,
let
but
me
he's
think here.
he's tolerating it.
Yeah. There's also
What did you roll for
flies too.
stealth
Her
earlier?
whole
No, let's do it again.
I rolled-
symbol is the
I
fly,
want
the
you-
decay.
I want you to roll a stealth publicly. You can roll it at advantage because she already didn't see you. How about that? You don't get any
Okay.
bonuses from anyone, but you can roll at advantage.
Okay, how do I roll with advantage on this?
Just roll twice.
Twice.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, just roll twice.
Okay.
Since we're using the Pathfinder build of Fantasy Grounds, there isn't an advantage button. Not great.
Oh my god!
Oh,
No
amazing.
shirt, let's go!
Okay. For that, I'm going to make her roll at disadvantage on her check, and she needs to beat... Oh my god.
57.
I want to point out something. I was going to make her roll a will save at disadvantage, and she needed to beat his stealth at 57. Her will DC is 37. That means she needs to roll a nat 20 at disadvantage. Otherwise, this is going to work. So, will
It's like
save.
what is it, a
Urgathoa.
400 per? It's 401 chance or something like that. That she would
A
roll
1 in
nat
400
20s.
chance. So
Yeah.
Okay, there's the first roll. Second roll. Yeah, she would need to roll double nat 20s. Hey, and guess what? She didn't do that. She critically failed. So, Rhys, suddenly, the knowledge of Undeath. From the moment Undeath became a concept, as you know from Zeviid, that Urgathoa was the first undead. She was so stubborn that she refused to be judged by Pharasma when she died, and she left the Boneyard confidently and became the first undead upon Golarion. Shortly thereafter, she absorbed the essence of Eshtabai, the first god of death, and became the pallid usurper that you know today. Every bit of knowledge of the last 28,000 years, every necromantic secret that Zeviid doesn't even know, floods into your mind all at once, draining from hers. So, Rhys, you now have Undeath lore. I've made you
Also-
legendary at it. But to compensate for the fact that she is a deity, I'm going to give you an additional +8 to them for the moment.
Remember,
So you now have a
also,
+38 to Undeath lore.
I deal 2d6 mental damage to the target if they were trained
right.
in that skill, plus an additional 2d6 additional mental damage per proficiency rank they have in that skill above
Well,
trained.
and obviously they're legendary. So
Yes.
Oh no, she was
So-
more than that because she was expert, master, legendary, mythic, deific. 5. So it's what is it? 2d6 times 5? So 10d6.
trained, expert, master, legendary, mythic, deific. Oh, wouldn't that be 6?
Deific. Yes.
Right?
It's in it for every level above trained.
Ah, understood.
So I guess what it would be 66 plus something, right? Or
6.
how much? It's 6 total
It adds
proficiency
2d6
ranks.
per level, right? So that would be 10d6
Yes.
on top of the normal
12d6.
damage.
Okay,
So
and
12d6.
yeah, because there's the regular
Mhm.
d6 damage on top of everything else. So, you said 12
Okay,
d6?
so that's yeah.
Oh shit. How do I
Yeah, just roll, type / go into the chat in Fantasy Grounds, click the little bar, and type / roll ROLL.
let me
then a
see if it's
space.
gonna let me. Hold on. Okay, sorry.
Or you can pick up 12d6.
I mean, I can do that by pressing shift, right? Or is it
Just grab the d6 and right click as you're holding the left button. Click, 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 click.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Hell yeah.
I tried to drop them on her. I have to drop it in chat, don't I?
No, drop it in the chat.
1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I can't believe this worked. Those dice wanted this to work.
Mm-hmm.
45 mental damage.
She's bloody mental.
She's feeling bloody mental because suddenly she doesn't know anything. I can't wait to tell Zeviid all the secrets he's ever wanted to know because I have this until my next long rest, basically.
I cut out just a little bit. Sorry. All I heard was you have this until your next long rest. What was that?
I can't wait to tell Zeviid all the forbidden knowledge that he's always wanted to know.
That would mean as well, just to be clear. So it doesn't necessarily give you magic. So it's not like you're casting huge spells, but you know exactly how they work. You know exactly how each form of undead works, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are.
Rhys is gonna just write down a whole shit
You
ton.
look at the lich next to you, you would know that most liches require a phylactery, and you would probably know exactly what kind of phylactery these specific liches have and where they would be located. You would know, because you would know how to immediately kill these liches without having to actually fight them. I think. And you would have to ask Eli for more details.
And he's invisible while doing all of this.
He's basically right. And yeah, Rhys is invisible as you do this. So what does it look like as you steal this knowledge from her? How does this even work?
So she's so big, and he's so little compared to her that she can't even feel his hand in the disgusting flesh. But I think how I visualize it is his hands are deep within that, and all of this almost like the green, moldy, gross ass can we get a blown up picture of her? Actually.
Yeah, sure.
So I can properly visualize and everyone else can see it.
So you're groping this goddess.
Yeah, Rhys is groping a goddess. Go Rhys, typical. Yeah, so I don't even know where he would be on her, but there's probably
she's 20 feet
you're
tall.
about to her kneecap.
You're a little above the kneecap because of how tall you are, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little above, yeah.
He just reaches up towards her hip bone, basically.
You're grabbing ass.
Oh yeah, I'm grabbing that ass.
Yeah.
You're reaching
and
jumps up, does a high five.
Oh my god.
Grabs Urgathoa's ass and
That's your aunt.
No, it's not.
No, that's Dani's aunt.
It's my aunt.
Shit, you're right. Never mind, Rhys. You're free to go. You're free to go.
That's gonna be my aunt-in-law. So whatever.
Yeah, future aunt-in-law.
My future aunt-in-law. Fuck that though. Whatever. There's weirder shit out there. So he jumps, grabs that ass, and as his hands are deep in the flesh, it just almost siphons onto his skin and up just into his hair, basically into his hair. That's where he holds all of his secrets. So that is kind of it just kind of disappears in his hair. And yeah. And he once when he jumps down, he just smiles wildly. He can't fucking believe it worked. She didn't see him.
I can't.
You're invisible, but what we can't see is that the sort of gross slime that was meat or whatever that flowed down into is now a mousse that's a product in your hair, so when you become visible again you've got this crazy hairstyle.
It's so fluffy.
Also, Rhys, do you still have your haste action? You could flurry. You could do 2 attacks if you
want. I absolutely am, and
she's right there.
And I'm going
or the
to
Hierophant.
No, her. I am
Choosing
going
your target.
to hit her with my new weapon. Final rest.
You do longsword final rest?
Yes.
Sweet. Let's see that attack. She has a very, very high AC, so don't be super surprised if you miss.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but
That's fine. There you go. That's a critical.
fuck. Okay, and do I hit shift or something for that, or what do I do?
No, it should just work. Just roll the damage. Holy shit, you just crit a goddess.
And grabbed her ass at the same time.
And grabbed her ass.
I want Urgathoa to die because I'm uncomfortable with the fact that she's naked.
68 damage. All of it went through. Nothing resisted, Rhys.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
quite a mighty fine weapon you have there, buddy.
Yep.
Good.
Right, and since I'm pretty much
Second
kneecap level,
attack
I'm like, boom.
because... And you get a second attack because of your flurry.
Okay. And that's again at my highest.
That natural 19 was nice. Yep.
Life
That
Well,
one. Boo.
life has its moments. And that's one moment I use a hero point to reroll that. Please. Can I do
Nice.
that? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, yeah. I'm gonna
That
reroll
one
that.
suck.
It's just a
That
regular
too.
miss, you know.
Hey, it's not a
I'll
critical
take
miss.
it. I'll take it.
Cool.
And then
End of your turn.
Yep.
That was great.
I've been sitting on
so
this
you got
for
a critical on
week.
her. That was great. Skeleton Infantry 2 forces walks over to Ares, biting, slashing, gnawing at the dog, and he rolls a nat 20 for his reflex save. So Ares takes no damage, and the skeleton infantry wastes their whole turn. This infantry of skellies moves into the squirrels, not onto Zeviid, making them take a reflex save. 31. They don't have to roll high. 43. That's like another critical. So Zeviid, your squirrels are quite hardy, doing their jobs. This infantry of skellies moves up to Arwen and starts biting, slashing, gnawing. Come on, open Arwen. Reflex save. Oh, I think she automatically succeeds. Her bonus is high enough. Yep. Arwen takes half damage.
How is she looking?
Half of 20 is 10. Oh, Arwen's still pretty good. She's at 82 wounds. She is now bloodied, but just barely, by like 2, or 1 or 2. So Arwen's pretty much at half health. End of the round. Conne, you are up.
Alright. I don't think that my Ascendant Strike buff is on me. Can we check to see if it is or isn't?
That's right. Yeah. It's not, you're right. I put it under your 8th level spells. That's right. Ascendant Strike stance. Give it to self. There you go.
Yay!
You now do 8 more damage per strike.
Fantastic. I just want to focus down this Hierophant real fast. So that both
Great.
Basilta and Conne are free to bother Urgathoa. So I'm not gonna crit fish immediately. I'll do it next round if I kill this guy. But yeah, we're just gonna make like a bunch of attacks. We're just gonna hurt this guy real bad.
Great.
Ah!
Ooh, nat 1. Someone have you had a hero point for making a dumb pun. Now'd be a good
Yeah.
time to burn it on that.
Okay, yeah, why not?
I know the group as a whole has a ton of hero points.
I have 2 left.
Yeah, I haven't used mine yet.
I could have used
See
that
how
on
worth it
fucking
that was?
Urgathoa.
You see
I
how
could have used that on Urgathoa. Oh.
if someone else burns a hero point, I'll let you try for it.
I'll burn a hero
Because
point.
you have your long range attack.
Oh,
You have your
Look
long
at
range
us all
ability.
just throwing our
Yeah.
hero points
here,
at Conne.
here. You can use yours. I've.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't need
Because
mine
Conne,
at the moment, so
You
go ahead,
also
Conne, you use
are
mine.
going to have to use your impossible ability, your once a day
Yes.
impossible ability.
That's fine.
Okay, so Zeviid has spent the hero point to get this to go to Urgathoa. First things first, I want you to just do damage to her. So let me make her off guard because she would be because Rhys is there, and since you're using your impossible rune, I will count that as her being flat-footed. So 1 second, 1 second. Off guard to the big bitch. I want to see this work, so hold up.
Okay.
So Conne, first things first, hold shift and do damage to her. I just want to see the damage just straight off.
Yeah.
Hold shift for sure
Oh.
to make it a crit.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so many dice. 96 damage, regardless of if this doesn't work or not. So,
Yeah.
I want you guys to talk about how are you going to make her fail this fort save. Work together. You could use Lucky Get to make me roll at disadvantage if you burn another focus point.
Yeah.
That'd be one way.
Can I burn my
Oh.
focus point for that?
Oh, Dani, you could give her your Hierophant ability for the day. Burn a high level slot to increase her DC. I'd allow it. That's demigod
level?
shit. That's your call. You have up to 9th level spells. You could burn a 9th level spell slot to increase her DC by 9. This would
If
be a
this
moment
works,
to do that.
it would instantly kill Urgathoa.
Yeah, if this works,
takes-
it will instantly kill her.
Take 9 level.
Burn a 9th level slot there, Dani.
Yep.
And then
This is your time to do
Zeviid.
it.
I
Burning
can't
a
use
focus point.
Lucky Get because I already used my reaction to do it for my thing that I was doing. I haven't had a turn since
It came
then.
back to your turn, though. You haven't?
No, I'm still underneath the
What's it?
creature. I did that all on that turn, remember?
You know what? I'm still giving her disadvantage because of the disorientation of having lost all of the knowledge of Undeath in a moment.
That's fair.
Rhys,
And not even knowing it.
you're causing the disadvantage.
Also,
So,
just one more thing. This might help. I think there was
Sure,
something
sure.
on Ilhistir.
yes. If you release the spell and say her true name, which all of you know.
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah,
also something where we can all come together and add something to it?
I think
Like-
that's kind
like
of
that-
what you're all doing at the moment.
Like the trifecta?
But yeah, you can all do that. I think now would be a good time to use that ability as well. How do Dani, Zeviid, Rhys, how do the three of you use your attack, your power of friendship ability in this moment to help Conne? Because we've already got -4 Conne, you know her true name. It's Urgathoa Evenheart. So if
Yeah.
you say that out loud, that's a -4. We've got the disadvantage by using the Scream of Ihystir. And then I'm going to let them... And then we've got Dani using her Hierophant thing to increase your DC by 9. And then whatever they're about to do, I will maybe reduce her ability by more depending on what they do. So that's what we've got already. I'm going to write that
Okay.
down. Oh, this is a moment. This is a moment.
I have something that can cause mental. I don't know.
Oh my god, wait, hold on, I got it. Let's see.
Is there
I'm gonna
any?
s-
Okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry, go.
spirit just to help Conne, I'm gonna spirit link with her.
Ooh, what's Spirit Link? Is that like taking damage for them or something?
Yep.
You form a spirit link with another creature, allowing
This
you
is
to
the-
take its pain.
That's your spell.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. You have yet. This is the first time you've actually cast a leveled spell, Rhys,
Yep.
because you just took that feat this level.
No. Isn't
Okay.
No. Umbral Mind Theft.
No?
It's a level 2 spell.
Oh, that's right. That was a spell too. That's right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. But yeah, that's very cool. So you're going to be taking away pain from Conne.
Yep.
Okay, Dani and Zeviid, what are you two adding to this?
If you let me flavor this a certain way,
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm in right now. I'm buckled up. What are we doing?
I can't pronounce this, but it's something of everlasting grief. What if, like all the other stuff, what if we use it to like get into her mind? Like let her see all the horrible things she's ever done, like almost like a
Ooh,
penance
okay.
there.
see, what level is that? I'm looking at your spells.
Level 8.
Oh, Canticle of Everlasting Grief. I see. So
That's taking a level 9 spell from me, so that's now a level 9 spell slot and a level 8.
that would be, yeah, that would be an 8th and a 9th. Yeah, you create a melody distilled from pure grief, conveying the inevitable loss of everything your target cherishes, audible only to them. Wow. Okay, that's awesome. Yes. So Zeviid, what are you bringing to the table on this?
I don't know if I have anything I can bring in the moment. I'm
It doesn't
trying
have to be
to.
spells. It can be abilities or skills.
You know what? I think I know what I would do then. I would be. I'm on the floor with this bandersnatch, like biting into my arm and shoulder, basically about to rip off my arm, and I'm just trying to like hold his head here and like not be torn apart. I know Yumao or whatever is next to me tried to help out, and I'm just like, I'm ignoring the physical pain. I've been hurt before with magic and everything back on, and I'm just trying controlling these things, bind undead on Zaner, trying to do all this stuff, and I'm looking and I see Conne. Rhys has just crippled Urgathoa. Conne is going in for the kill. I'm gonna look. I already know that heroism is doing its work. I don't have to like do much with them, but it's more like I want to like look at Urgathoa and using the amulet of the true name and knowing her name. I want to. I don't have message, I think, but I would like to just say I want to be able to. Orcs condescended. Oh my fucking god!
Yes, you
I forgot
do.
about that. I go to Urgathoa, who's right there.
Hello.
I say,
It's Avangard.
Eshtabai sends his regards.
Yes. Oh.
Sort of. I maybe follow
This
up
is
with even death must die. Like one more little.
We
thing on
literally
there.
stole death's fucking knowledge of death on top of that and are doing this badass shit. I can't.
I'm going to give her an extra -4 for that. So she's at a -8 disadvantage. Conne, your weapon says your DC is what, 40 or your class DC, which I think 40 is the higher currently.
Okay. Yeah.
Eventually your class DC will be higher, but currently 40 is higher. So Dani burned a 9th level spell slot to add 9. So she needs to hit a 49 at a -8 disadvantage. Oh my god. Okay. Here we go. Come on. Grab the die and roll it. Okay. And -8. Grab the die. Roll it. Okay then. On a DC 49, the goddess of Undeath, Urgathoa, the pallid princess, usurper of the power of Eshtabai, escaper of the boneyard, and first undead, and maternal grandmother, and maternal aunt of our Queen Dani. Rolled a 28. Conne, how do you want to do this?
Fuck yeah, Conne! That's my mouse.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I didn't think this was gonna work.
I didn't think my thing was gonna work either. Go fucking do it.
But you know what? Anything's possible.
Make
with
it
the
as
power
anime
of
as you
friendship.
can.
The power of friendship and time travel.
Okay. So. Conne, oh my gosh. She can't sheath and unsheath it because it's a polearm, it doesn't have a sheath. But I think she just does this like this quick extended flourish. And then out from while Urgathoa is just reeling from the knowledge drain, from being confronted with her past deeds, with the knowledge of her true self. From behind, this blast of energy, with the shriek of a dying god, just swooshes behind her back. You know, we get an impact frame where the screen goes black and the line art turns white, and her head is just reeling out. Her body is tumbling forward and her head is tumbling back.
Oh,
As the head hits the ground, her body falls to its knees. Tumbles over to the left onto its side. The scythe lands on the ground, nearly slicing you in twain, Conne. The undead in the room, the mindless skeletons and ghasts begin to vibrate. Each skeleton collapses into a pile of bones. The ghasts shrivel up into a paper thin and wisp into smoke and nothingness. The 4 remaining Hierophants, these liches, their faces lose what remaining moisture they have as they deteriorate and fall into a pile of robes with a single unholy symbol of Urgathoa pendant upon each of them. The remaining daughter, Morta, she begins to age the thousands of years in a moment as she falls over a curled husk. But Nadiri, and as you look, Nadiri, the power is released from her as she is able to fall from the tree to the ground below, right in front of you, Dani, on the ground next to you. And as you look into the bodiless, severed head of Urgathoa. And I want everyone to zoom out as far as you can on the map, please. She says to you, "I will not be stopped. Death will not be stopped. My true form will not be stopped." As the lights begin to dim within the halls, but on the tree, the ossuary made of bones begins to shift as they begin to morph into a transparent.
Here we go, guys. Seppuku maps have always a second version.
As they form themselves into a massive ghostly skeleton the size of the room. Welcome to Phase 2, and this is where we will stop for today.
holy shit.
Holy shit, I can't believe that worked, Conne. You
That was
just
great.
killed Urgathoa with a single hit. Her body is finished. She is now simply a divine spirit. You've done your job, Conne. You literally are a god slayer.
Let's go!
Well done.
Nice.
Just imagining that
Oh
scene from
my
Deathly
God.
Hallows when Neville Longbottom fucking chops the head off the snake. That's like
Exactly.
except much more
the
drawn
most heroic
out. Like,
shit.
like stops here. Like slow mo, like way more epic.
I can't wait to tell my mouse that my mouse is a god slayer now.
This was a fantastic session. I was really hoping to get to
Holy
Phase 2,
shit.
and that was literally the most dramatic way it could have possibly happened. Hope everyone will join us next time. Not sure if it'll be next week. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Hope you'll see us then. See you soon. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.